Today we're going to be talking about equations of a circle on a graph, which is actually why you have paper homework today, because you're going to be graphing a little bit. Normally your equations that you graph, and actually you can shut your computers, you don't need them open at all. Please shut them. Your equations of a graph are, normally your equations look like y equals something, right? For a line, it's y equals mx plus b. For a parabola, it's usually x squared something, correct? Okay. For a circle, it's not like that. The x and the y are going to be on the same side. So the formula I gave you is right in the middle. It is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Does anybody recognize or think this formula looks like something we've learned in here? What does it look like? What formula was that we learned in August? It is. This is the distance formula. Do you remember the distance formula is x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus, and we had to square root it? Okay, that is the distance formula. Where does the distance formula come from? Pythagorean theorem. This is c squared, a squared, and b squared. So all of this is connected to triangles and circles. So, obviously we're using different letters here. We have H and K. H and K, if you can box this right above, stands for my center. H is the X in your center, K is the Y in your center. So I would like you to underline H and K because you are going to change those letters to numbers every time. And what do you think R stands for, y'all? Radius, box that as well. R stands for radius, and it's always going to equal r squared. We are just going to be plugging numbers, into this formula. So, I also want you to notice, do you see how it has minus h and minus k? You are always going to plug in the opposite number. So for this one, my center is 3, 5. My h is 3, my k is 5. And my r is 6, because that's the radius. Do y'all agree? So what's my formula going to be? X minus 3 squared y minus 5 squared equals, and I don't want you to write 6 squared, I want you to write what 6 squared is. So it equals 36. And if you want to write 6 squared below it, just to remind yourself how you got that, y'all, that's it. We just created the equation of a circle. That's all you do. Now, that's the answer. Box it. Is it always going to be that easy? Absolutely not. And today I will tell you, we are going to, obviously we're starting easy, we're going to get harder with each problem, more difficult. Okay? But do you get this? Are you going to have to memorize this formula? Yes. Can you do B on your own? I'll give you 30 seconds. And again, I gave you your homework, so if you did that quick, you can do 1 and 2 on your homework now. All right, your 30 seconds is up. What is the formula that you came up with? Why did we do plus 2? Okay, opposite, good. Did you put a squared right there? Plus squared. You're good. Equals why 2? Because what is the square root of 2 squared? And that's it. You'd have got it right. Do I have any questions? All right, turn your paper over to the, open it up, not turn it over, open it up. We're now going to go backwards. Can I change this? Open up. And I want you to look at example 3. What if I give you the equation? Can you find the center? What are your h and k? 4, negative 3. Just do the opposite. By the way, if you don't put parentheses, I'll count points off. A point has parentheses. What's my radius?
5.
Why? You have to go backwards. You're square rooting. The square root of 25 is 5. Now, we need to actually graph this. So please plot 4, negative 3. And since my radius is 5, you are going to go 5 to the right, 5 to the left, 5 up, and 5 units down. So from your center, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count 5 units up, 5 units down, 5 units left, 5 units right. Can you give me a thumbs up when you've got that done? All right. Everybody look up. Now, you actually have to draw a circle. But what I've learned is, unless you are an artist, y'all are not good at drawing circles. So, I've been teaching geometry 10 years, and I'm about to show you the best way that I have found. Is this foolproof? No. Last period proved that to me. But this is the best way I found for you to make the best circle. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to do as I say. But I want you to watch. So can everybody pick their heads up and look at my board? Pick your head up and look at my board. Okay. When you're drawing a circle, so that it does not look like a diamond, because that's what they look like. A lot of times, look up, y'all start right here, then you go here, you go here, you go around. You end up creating lines instead of circles. So what I think you should do, look up, start up top, go around and make a C. Stop. Hold on. Start up top, go the other direction and make a C. And then you have a lot more curviness than if you were just to go to each dot, because you'll end up doing lines. And I always go around it a couple times just to bolden it and make it curvier. Please try that, and I'm going to come around and tell you if your circle is good enough. Or if it looks like a diamond. Because you'll know if it looks like a diamond. Just like at the top, make it a little uncertain. Yeah, so as you get bigger, it gets a little harder to do, so just go around it again just to make it more pretty. All right, you do the next one on your own. What was your, yeah, it's going to go off the graph a little. What was your center on this next one? No, center. Negative 2, comma 0. There was nothing with y, nothing in math is 0. What's your radius? The square root of 81 is 9. So you're going to plot negative 2, 0. Make sure you plot it on the x-axis, not the y-axis. And then go up 9, left, right, all of them 9. The one on the left does go off the graph. I'm going to draw it on the arrow. The bigger the graphs get, the harder it becomes to draw the circle. So again, just make sure you're using pencil. So does that look very good for me? Look up. Is that a very good circle? It's a little straight line right here. So what I'm going to do just to fix it, this side was really good, is I'm just going to go over it again. Now does that look a little better? Yeah. And y'all have pencils so y'all can erase where you mess up. Do I have any questions? Am I looking for perfection when it comes to circles? Absolutely not. But if it looks like a diamond, which again, last period one of my kids definitely did, you will get points off. Okay? All right, everybody close your notes. Let's go back to the bottom here. Example 2, I skipped it. Example 2 says, write the standard equation of a circle if the center is 1, -3, and it passes through the point 2, 2. Well, what is my equation going to be? What do I have? Do I have h and k? So it's going to be x minus 1. Y'all with me? Look up, please. If you're done. We're on number 2. You got to do this with me. X minus 1 plus y plus 3 squared equals, do we know what r is? So I'm going to box this but leave a little bit of room because I need to find r. I have most of the answer, but I need to find an r. How can I figure out what r is if all I have is another point? We could, but what if I don't have a graph? Distance formula we could use to find the radius, but hey, guess what this is? This is distance formula. What do I have right here?
2 points. Oh, wait, X and Y.
I have an x and a y. What can I do with that x and y? Can I plug in that x right here? Sure. What's my x? Can I plug in that y right here? And don't you agree that's going to give me r squared? What is 2 minus 1? Squared? What is 2 plus 3? Squared? 5. Yeah. And that equals r squared. And what is 1 plus 25? 26 equals r squared. Do I have any questions about any step I just took? If I give you the center and another point, plug them both in. Now, what do you think we do next? Square root. And if I square root, do you agree that I'm going to get the square root of 26 equals r? But what goes in this blank right here? R squared goes in that blank. Well, what did r squared equal? So 26 goes in the blank. I didn't really need to square root it because I don't need r here. I need r squared, which is just 26. What questions can I answer about this? Open up your notes, and I want you to do at the top of the next page, I want you to do problem B. Same concept. Go. You're doing B at the top. Hey guys, remember, whenever you square something, a negative times a negative is a
Positive.
You're always going to get a positive number when you square something. Y'all like that, Yana? I think it would be nice. All right, what's did y'all get what I got right here? Did you plug in -1 for x and +1 for y? What is -1 minus 2? And what's -3 squared? A +9. Because -3 times -3 is +9. What's 1 minus 3? And -2 squared? 4. And what's 9 plus 4? 13 goes in that blank. Again, what questions can I answer? Okay, I need everybody to pause because I know some of y'all are working on homework. I need you to pause and look up. We're going to do example 4 at the bottom. It is very similar to what we just did, but there's one extra step. I'm not giving you the center here. What am I giving you?
2 points.
2 points that create the diameter. They go through the center. How can I find the center? Distance. If you have 2 points, how can you find the center? Not the distance formula. Say it louder. Do you agree the center is at the midpoint? Well, we learned this in August. Do you remember the midpoint formula? You're going to add your x's together and divide by 2. Add your y's together and divide by 2. So to find the center, what are my x's? 3 plus 7 divided by 2. What are my y's? 3 plus 7 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. 0 plus 6 is 6, divided by 2. Now do I have my h and k? Can I do what we just did on the last problem? How do I pick x and y? Which one do I choose? It does not matter. You choose. You can choose A or B, up to you. Make one of them x, one of them, well, whichever one you choose for x, you have to choose the y next to it. But choose whichever point you want to do x and y and plug in. Okay, go. Did anybody choose 7, 6 as their? Okay, did you get the same thing I got? So again, it does not matter if you choose the first point or the second point, you're still going to get the same answer. Honestly, choosing the bigger numbers will make you get rid of negatives if that's why you chose it. Yeah. If you don't like dealing with the negatives, choose the bigger number. All right. That was the easy stuff. This next part, in my opinion, is the hardest part today. Can I move on? Everybody got it down? Okay. I need you to make sure you're not doing homework, and I need you to look up to do these next parts. All right. We are now going to find the x and y intercepts. Before we do that, I want you to look at this graph right here that we did. How many x-intercepts are there? Well, not the center. 2. How many y-intercepts are there? 2. Okay, what about over here? How many x-intercepts are there? How many y-intercepts? Almost always, not always, but almost always, unless your circle is on the x or y axis or doesn't even go to it, you'll have 2. There are chances where it could be on the x or y axis. Or again, it could be so far over it's not there at all. But now let's go back to 8th grade when we learned about x and y intercepts. I'm going to do a big line right here. What did we learn about x-intercepts and their points? Do you agree it's always an x value and y is always what? 0. So if I know for an x-intercept the y is always 0, I am going to make y equal 0 in my equation. So what's the equation going to turn into here? Plus 0 squared equals 169. I am making y equals 0 right here. Do y'all agree with that? Yes. This is going to give me x minus 5 squared equals 169. What do I do now? How do I get rid of a squared? Square root. And what you do to one side? Bless you. Ask me a question. Just processing? Okay. So again, for an x-intercept, you're going to make y 0 and solve it. These cancel, so I'm left with x minus 5 equals, what's the square root of 169? 13. Now it's actually not just 13. Y'all remember when I said you're going to get 2 answers? You have to get 2 answers. Don't forget, if you don't get 2 answers, it's because you forgot the plus or minus. Yeah. So don't hate it too much. It's not too bad. How do I get this by itself? X by itself. I'm going to add 5 to the front here. So x is going to equal 5 plus 13, and x is going to equal 5 minus 13. What is 5 plus 13? What is 5 minus 13? Your answer for an x-intercept needs to be a point. What is your answer? 18, 0 with parentheses. And, why is it doing that? And negative 8, 0. These are your x-intercepts. What question do I have? This is annoying just because it's a long process. I have no questions. So what about the y-intercepts? For the y-intercept, we're going to do the other thing. It's going to be 0, comma something. We have to make x equal 0. So this is going to be 0 minus 5 squared plus y squared equals 169. What is negative 5 squared? So this is going to be 25 plus y squared equals 169. What do I do? And what is the square root of 144? Plus or minus 12. We don't, because what does my answer have to be? Coordinates. So my answer is 0, 12 and 0, negative 12. Yeah, they should definitely give y'all more room for this. Y'all, that's the easy problem.
So why don't you get rid of the square first, like what you do with the x?
Because you over here, because they're in parentheses, where this over here isn't with the y. So I go as far as I can to get x by itself until I have to deal with the squared. Where right here I'm moving everything away from y, and then I deal with the squared. I can't move this 5 yet because it's in the parentheses. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, I want you to start the next one, and when you get to the square rooting, we'll go over it. But everybody start the next one. Can you say that louder? No. Completely new problem. Did everybody get this far? What do we do next? We got to square root it first. Square root it. Does that make sense? And so that's going to give me x minus 2 equals, what is the square root of 40? It ain't pretty. So what are we going to have to do? 4 and 10, which is 2 root 10. Does everybody agree we get 2 root 10 with that? But that's not right. Plus or minus.
So 2 root 10 plus minus. I get why I see.
So now what do I got to do?
Plus 2.
Y'all are going to love this.
You don't add them together.
We do not add them together. You are going to leave it like this because these are not like terms.
So we put them in coordinates.
But you have to put them in coordinates. Yep, it's this ugly. So my x-intercepts are 2 plus 2 root 10 comma 0 and 2 minus 2 root 10 comma 0. This is a little taste of what Algebra 2K will be like next year. When you finish that, I want you to do the y-intercept on the other side. Your homework is due Monday when you walk in. Most of you are going to be able to do the front of the homework in about 5 minutes. It's the back that's going to take a little bit longer. I know it's a lot. But do you agree the other stuff we did was easy? Like, you will have one question like this here on your assessment and one question like this on your test. The test question is going to ask for one of them. I'm not going to ask for both. That's going to take too much time. Okay? All right, you have your homework. It is 10 problems? 13 problems due when you walk in on Monday. Any questions?